Welcome back, my duelist friends. Casual Duelist here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to. Well, I'm going to do the test hands for the Cyber Dragon Unlimited build OTK Super Puncher. I know I could have just used the short name, but I chose not to. That's because I thought it was funny. I'm so sorry. I don't know why you guys keep coming back and watching. I hope because I'm entertaining, but I honestly don't know, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry. I should be though. So this deck really does have the capability, and I'm going to set this here for a second. This deck really does have the capability going first and second because we do have our infinities this time around. This isn't like our common charity build where, again, we needed to go second. Well, we've also got Geki in this deck. We got Geki and Feather Duster, and we got the Rev system, and we got all of the fun stuff, guys. So we get everything we had plus, and that's really gonna help us out. It just is what it is. Well, let's go ahead. Let's go second first. I'm gonna do 4 hands for you guys today and try to keep this going fast. To do that, I'm just gonna leave my extra deck face up over here, so that, I can see what I'm doing. So, first test hand, going second. So, let's check out our hand. And then we'll draw our card, and we'll say what we would do if we were going to go first anyway. So, the first thing I got is Machine Dupe. So, I'm feeling pretty cool. Got my Cyber Dragon Core. So, okay. I've already got an Infinity play, plus I get to tech one more card off the normal summon. I got 2 cores, so I'm set up for 2 turns. I got 2 Machine Dupes. The heck? And I get Rageki, so okay. I'm not exactly sure that that's the best hand now. I was jazzed right up until I got the second Machine Dupe. So whatever. If you went first, it's pretty simple. You're just gonna side drag. You're gonna core into dupe, side drag, whatever you like. Technically, I guess you could activate the other one and pull the third side dragon out. So then you have 4 cards. So you can grab a Rev system. We can actually set up double infinity, which is kind of cool. You know what? Let me try that, but with the additional card for going second. So we do have the Noster, which makes a little more sense, but only marginally. So yeah, let's go for a double infinity. It's not a 1-turn kill, but I'm actually pretty jazzed to just see that I could do that. So, okay, let's try. Let's go for it. Psycore. And again, I'm not going to be drawing anymore, so I'm not going to be messing with the deck. Let's not get the emergency. Let's get the Rev system and do something a little bit different. So again, this is Monster Reborn for our Cyber Dragons. We're going to dupe because he's considered Cyber Dragon. Let's go get our other Cyber Dragons real quick. So that'd be 1 Cyber Dragon, that'd be 2 Cyber Dragons. Okay, so that's different. Alright, so we should go into Nova. And again, I'm not terribly certain how this is going to work, so let's go with another Machine Dupe. Because I'm not sure if we do need that other Cyber Dragon to be in the discard pile yet. So we're going to go ahead and get our other Cyber Dragon. Because again, that's an up to. And then we can actually pitch the core for the Noster to special summon Noster, which will allow core to be in the discard pile, setting up our additional Cyber Dragon. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 monsters on the board. So now when we do this, we'll be able to pitch that Cyber Dragon from the Nova to just go ahead into our, just summoning himself back. And then, of course, we can excel into our Infinity. We'll move him up there just because we can. And also to get him a little bit out of the way. Which still gives us a couple of cards. So we could And again, maybe that would be the mistake. Maybe you should leave him in the back row so we can take the 2 small ones and turn our small ones into a Seeger. This way the Seeger's up there. Still leaves us the room. Then we could stack these 2 Cyber Dragons, go into your next Nova, peel off, still go into your Infinity, and we still have a Rev system, so we could always play something back. But right now, we actually have a double negate. Just going based off base stats, everybody being at a base 21 puts us at over 8,000 damage right there. So Geki, obviously, was a crowd control move. I guess we didn't really need the Cyber Rev system because we ran out of Cyber Dragons to play. Of course, you could always play back like Noster or somebody. But right now, there's no benefit to summoning back the Noster. So like this is it. This is a whole move. And again, even if you didn't kill him, if you went first, which you could have done, you were still able to play double Infinity right there on the first round. So that's actually pretty cool. So let's shovel this up, and hopefully we'll get a slightly better mix, because that was almost embarrassing how clumped it was, but it still worked. So if you guys are unfortunately like me and you guys like just alphabetize your decks when you store them away, you're going to run into that. Otherwise, a hand like that does not happen very often. Very rare have I ever started with 2 machine dupes, let alone 2 dupes and 2 cores. It's a good thing the Geki was there, but like additionally, I don't know. It's just different. And of course, there were like 2 cards under each of those infinities, so they were plus power anyway. I'm just basic rounding. I didn't want to get too technical, so let's go first this time, and just see just how bad the setup on turn 1 would actually be on a slightly better hand. And let's get our 5. So big money, no whammies. Let's go. We got Cyber Dragon, that's good. Called by the Graves, okay. Cyber Emergency means we could pull something to start our combo. Power Bond, so I'm looking at least, like we could do a Noster play on turn 1 right now to go into a, not a Rampage, but a Cyber Twin. And we actually already have the Noster, so again, kind of weird. Let me just have us a quick peek at a couple of things real quick. That's not going to work. So I think I need hairs. The only problem is you don't actually have the cards to do the move. So this one's kind of a weird pushy thing. I guess I would just make a bad play. This would be set. The emergency doesn't really matter so much. Again, we could always pitch Dragon for Noster. Noster retrieves Dragon. Going into the side emergency just gives us a monster, so we could get a core real quick. And if we do go for core, my recommendation there would, of course, be to get a rev system off of the core summon. So what I would do is emergency for core, which again, I'm sure to a lot of people that's just like basic, but since I'm changing my playstyle every week, I don't know, sometimes it just gets to be too much to memorize. So then the core grabs you the rev system, which is fine. So it'll increase your hand. Then you can pull off Noster's effect, special summon it by offing off your Cyber. Again, there was no way to rectify levels, so there's no way for us to generate into our Nova. But for giggles, you guys can absolutely go into Cyber End. off of a power bond if you're okay taking all the damage that you need. Or, and again, I'm just trying to, like, there was no other way to get into the Nova, which was upsetting. I was really hoping to be able to generate an infinity on this round. And it looks like my silly play is going to be like just overpowered 8k Cyan. And that's not going to work out for you very well because it's just going to get bopped. So, yeah. I guess going first is kind of a push still. Unless you're able to develop the Nova Infinity. If you guys saw a way to do that, like, let me know in the comments. Because that bothers me. Normally, I can get that every time. And I don't like seeing hands where I actually can't do the thing. That was bricky. Big Ojama energy on that one, you know? So let's try again. We're going to go second this time. Because again, I said I'd flip it and flop it and flip it and flop it one more time. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set our deck. Okay, Repair Plant, cool. Noster, fine. Core, fine. Rev System, fine. Monster Reborn, fine. Again, not terrible. Nowhere near machine dupe. So a little bit of play is required. We do end up with a Cyber Emergency, which is fine. So what we need to do is we need to be able to kill something. All right. Let's go ahead, normal summon our Core. Core is going to give us a choice of any spell. Again, we get 1 emergency per turn, which is understandable. My problem is I need to be able to put another card in my discard pile. That is what I need. And with only 1 Psy emergency and I have to use it for Cyber Dragon, I'm stumped on how to get another Cyber Dragon in order to go into what I needed. Again, I'm trying to think about hairs. The only hairs that's going to be... Yeah, because they put him in quotes. He can only do that once. So only the 1 can. I'm trying to figure out how to make that Repair Plant work. So let me see if there's not something we can't do with the Rev systems. Because again, with 3 Monster Reborns, there should be something. Especially with Seeger around. But Seeger's not really summoning. He's just kind of there. I hate to say this might be another push because I just didn't get the machine dupe. And again, emergencies are once per turn. So let's just go ahead and grab the Rev system. I guess. Again, we got no fusion, no nothing. So then you get a Psy emergency. Let's grab Cyber Dragon. Let's grab Cyber Dragon. Because I think I overthought it. I think I overthought it. And I think I know what to do. Because the Rev system will let me special summon from the hand. We can board our Cyber Dragon. Boarding our Cyber Dragon means I can go ahead and link into Seeger. by linking in a Seeker, we've placed Cyber Dragon in the discard pile, which means on the next repair plant, instead of putting something back, we can go ahead and add a Cyber Dragon from our deck to our hand. We're then able to activate the Monster Reborn on the one in the discard pile, while activating the next Rev system on the one that's still in our hand. Or we could keep that for half a second, use Noster's effect, pitching the Cyber Dragon for that, which will allow us to then go into our Nova. Nova will then pitch a material, since we do still have a name in the graveyard with that core. Sorry, I just realized everything's like off camera. And that'll bring our Cyber Dragon back to the board. At which point, if we were playing more than one link, we could go ahead, we could link again, we could rev system back. Whatever's happening with Nova, we're either going to end up going into Infinity, a best case scenario. Our opponent could bop it. We could choose between Barbaroid and Macabre. And if we do that, what we'll do is we'll rev system that Cyber Dragon back from the discard pile, and we'll go through the whole Nova pitch material, get the Cyber Dragon, and then still develop into an Infinity. And then you just whatever ends up having to happen from there happens. So that is how you play out of that. And I guess since it's already been like 16 and a half minutes, guys, I'm going to skip the second going first one and just say like the best thing that you should be able to do is just going into different cards, and just really you want to search out the core just because he's like the best starter for this effect. And then you really want the machine dupes. And again, like they were clumping. They were clumping, or I'm going to guess one of them's here towards the bottom. Maybe not as close to the bottom as I thought. But yeah, no, for them being three of them in there, I drew them more in common charity than I have here. And I don't know, guys, that was just a little upsetting for my part. But this one, I don't know why I just wasn't thinking about the way that you could use Rev System and the fact that it could be used to play the cards from your hand, not just back from the discard pile. So again, depending on how they interact with that Nova, depends on whether or not the field actually enlarges and gets bigger. But you do not get a double Infinity this round. So that was the huge benefit to that first hand I showed you guys. So again, before this goes too long, I do want to take a second. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching this. It means a lot to me that you guys keep coming back day after day, week after week, month after month. Yeah, if you guys want to support the channel, easiest two things you can do is subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have, just keep watching, keep stopping by, keep enjoying the content. And if there's anything that you guys want to see, if there's a deck that you want to like challenge me to try to make or something, go ahead, hit me up in the comments. I do try to get back to just about every comment out there. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just don't have the time and I forget about it. I do apologize for those. But like, seriously, guys, thank you. Thank you so much for just always being there. And then have a great day, guys. Hope to see you guys later. Peace.